Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller, and today I'm really excited to share with you the new Omega CK859 model that was just recently announced within the last, month or two here when Omega announced all of their new releases. This one really flew under the radar. This one came after they announced the green 300M and the new Aquaterras, and this one, like I said, if you weren't looking for it, you may not have even seen it or found it or knew that it was being released. And this is the very first edition we are getting, or that we've received in stock on this model, and will be shipped out to the new owner as soon as I'm done with this review. So he has graciously allowed me to film this and kind of put some info out there on it. Gang, in my opinion, this is the winner of the releases. Again, I know it may not be for everybody, but just between the case size, the movement, everything about this, I absolutely love this model. And so without further ado, let's go through the dimensions like we normally do. Straight across, I measured an even 39 millimeters. We have 12 millimeters thin, but look at the domed sapphire crystal, which again, is absolutely lovely. If you can't tell, I love this watch. We have a 46.2 millimeter lug to lug. We have a 20 millimeter lug width on this great brown calfskin leather with minimal stitch that tapers down to 18 millimeters at the Tang style buckle. Exhibition case back showing us the manual 8926 Omega movement, 72 hours of power reserve. We have a signed non-screw down crown, 30 meters of water resistance. So we are certainly not going diving with this one, but why would you want to? If you didn't know, or if I didn't mention, this is a numbered edition. So it's not a limited edition, it's just a numbered edition, similar to what Omega did with the Omega Speedmaster FOIS, or the first Omega in space model. So they, to my knowledge, have not indicated how many of these they're going to make, but each one of them will be numbered, which I think is pretty cool. And then looking at it too, so the CK859 is a historic reference to stainless steel and the case shape for Omega. So that's where the name's coming from, CK859. But this specific model was inspired by a 1939 Omega model. So with that, you are getting the vintage logo and Omega text here on the dial. Again, the vintage logo on the crown, the vintage logo on the buckle. So again, this is definitely a throwback. If you can't see it, right above the hands there is the AG925. It's an all silver dial. So it's a silver dial with blued hands, blued indices. You have your small seconds hand at 6 o'clock, which is reminiscent of the 1939 watch that this was created after. Again, I absolutely think this is fantastically done. The proportions are great. Watch retails at $6,500. So again, I think the price point for what you're getting is really spot on. So I've gushed over this one quite enough. Obviously, there's no bezel action here. There's going to be no lume for me to show you. Pretty simple, but again, I really enjoy this watch. I'm not going to completely strap it on my wrist. I don't want to bend the strap for the new owner, but I'll kind of show you how it looks. Again, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and kind of give you an idea a little bit of how it sits. But the blued hands on that silver dial, the vintage logo, I just think it looks great. So as always, really, I appreciate you viewing. Let me know what you think of this new model. Are you a fan, or something you might pass on if you're not into the vintage look or charm? If there's anything I can do for you, email me, brad@brentlmiller.com, and I'll see you guys in the next video.